Hello and welcome to yet another video here on the YouTube channel Spelfriending and Fellowship. My name is Andreas, Norwegian Viking, and this is an unboxing on the new Hobbit strategy battle game Laketown House. So I just picked this one and $11 more of them up from my local game store shop. Pre-ordered them last Saturday, and for our group, so we can make one or more boards for our tables, basically. So before I go into the unboxing, please remember our subscription contest. If you see that you have not yet subscribed to our channel, should be a big button down just below my head, basically. If it doesn't say subscribed, just hit that button and you'll be entered into a competition. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will give away a rulebook from Guild Ball as well as a Mason's team. So you get everything you need to play that wonderful game. So Steamforge is doing everything right with their games, and we want to support them, and as well as you supporting us gives you the chance to get yourself some freebies. So on with the unboxing. As you might hear, I'm quite sick. I've been out with a fever for several days now, hoping for that to subside, basically, because I don't have that much energy at the moment. It's been like half an hour to an hour since I arrived at home after picking the boxes up, and I'm still knackered after being outside for an hour, and that's not the Viking way at all. So let's crack this baby open and see what's inside. Okay, so here it is. Here is the box of the Hobbit motion picture trilogy strategy battle game Laketown House. So the box itself is quite small. It is a normal sized monster box from Games Workshop. The same thickness, but double the actual size of standard infantry box for the Hobbit or the Lord of the Rings, if you're familiar with those. On the cover you can see the Laketown House itself, built in one of the many variations you can build it in, with Legolas with his orc sword, as well as 2 hunter orcs opposing him on either side. Looks to be a jump test of one of the hunter orcs to get in charge range as well. They have the nice ice flows around it, although you have to build that yourself. The miniatures and the ice is not included in the box. On the back of the box you can see the actual contents. You can see a small outhouse, the main house itself, some various ramps, and of course the wonderful boat, which we will look in more detail. There is suggested paints you can buy for it as well. You have Steel Legion Drab, Tyrant Skull, Agras Earthshade, Athonian Camoshade, Mechanicus Standard Grey, and Mephiston Red. And some wonderful details as well of the painted model. You have a small crab insignia on the sign. Looks to be Crabber's Shack, the one they have built here. If we look at the front, yeah, it's the same building on the front as well. Looks to be good. One note about this, something I've been talking about a bit on the Great British Hobbit League, as well as our own page, is, if you can see here, is manufactured in China and distributed by Games Workshop. Now, Games Workshop itself does the R&D and the CAD work on the houses, but they are most of the terrain kits produced by Games Workshop is manufactured in China. They have plastic capabilities in Lenton. Why they do it in China, I'm not completely sure. Terrain kits have in the past been some hits and some misses by Games Workshop, so perhaps to keep the overhead costs a bit low, they decide to do a lot of their manufacturing of terrain kits in China. That does mean, however, since this kit is sold out, that there is at least 6 to 8 weeks until we get new ones in stock. So do us all a favor, if you're interested in buying it, do click the email me option on the Games Workshop site, as this gives Games Workshop a bit of an idea how many to produce, so they might not go as quickly out of stock as they went the first time. Sorry. And also, Games Workshop is known to lowball the numbers of terrain kits, as they have been, well, hits and misses in the past. So some of them have sold out immediately, and some of them has been sitting in the warehouse for ages upon ages. So it's better for them to get an idea of how many to produce, and gets everyone invested as well. So as I explained earlier, Spillfilling Fellowship bought 4 packs of 3 houses. That is enough for us to buy, to build about a table's worth of just Laketown houses. In addition to, we're going to make Bard's house, we're going to make the Windlands Tower, Master's house with the big square outside, as well as the portcullis gatehouse that they travel between when they arrive in the barrels filled with fish. Now, for the most important thing, let's pop up the box and see what's inside. So inside the box you can immediately see an instruction manual, standard Games Workshop instruction manual, black and white, using the CAD files as works. You can see that you have options on the second story panels, 2 sides on them, and you can see that you can build the house with separate options, and there's loads of extra bits in there. You have barrels, you have lanterns, piles of fish, whatever you like basically, and of course the infamous boat. Now for the sprues themselves, there are 2 sprues in the box. Sorry. You have the main building sprue, which is the 2 sides of the building. You have the roof. You have the sides of the second story, which are with panels on both sides. You can change them up if you want to for variety. I know for a fact that we will do that since we have 12 of them. So we will do as much justice to the building as we can. There are also some fish, not live fish. This is some fish emblems you can do some cool stuff with, as well as you have some cool signs and railings, stuff like that. And you have 2 wicker baskets, one filled with fish and one empty, on this sprue. On the other sprue, you have the gangways and the main support of the actual building. You also have the outhouse, you have lanterns, you have the barrels, you have a small side of a building there, and you have the big boat, or will fit 2 models basically on a 25mm base. And the cool thing about this is that when I saw this originally, I thought it would be multi-part, but when Adam Troke explained that it would be a single part model, I didn't actually believe him at first. And this is due to the fact that I saw it earlier, and it has details on the, not only the floor, because that you can achieve with plastic productions, but you also have detail on the side of the boat, which is pretty cool. So, but due to the fact that it is slightly skewed outwards, that will be a possibility with current technology plastic production. It has no detail on the underside, but also on the outside of the boat there is also a lot of texture, and this is wonderful. I really like the boat. It is so cool. We now have a flotilla of boats. We have 12 boats, so we can make a load of cool stuff with that. I do think I will make like a sunken boat from the beach scene, maybe. Maybe convert one boat into a big one, perhaps. There's loads of possibilities, basically. Due to the fact that it's plastic, you can do whatever you like. Just get a hacksaw and have fun, basically. And it's reasonably priced as well. The one building is £25, or you can buy 3 buildings for £70. So it's reasonably good. The detail quality is much better than anything you get from any other manufacturer that does not produce in pure resin, like Tabletop World. But again, Tabletop World buildings would be like £40–50 for a building of this size. So you would pay quite a lot more for a building, one building. So I'm astounded by the quality of this, the wood grain texture, the amount of detail and additional stuff that's on here. You have like fish nets everywhere. You have barrels with and without contents. You have oars for your boat as well, which is pretty cool. And you have tiny fish. And these are actually inside the house when you build it. It seems like 3 fish there. And you have 1 fish skeleton, which is pretty cool. And that would be on the outside of the building, I think. You have like old style lead glass windows as well. So yeah, make up your own opinions, but I think this is a marvel of a kit, and I can't wait to put one together. I actually think I'm going to put one together later on today and do a quick show and tell of that one as well. So I'll end this unboxing here. You can see extremely detailed pictures of the Sprue and Games Workshop web store as well. I do think I managed to get quite a good quality on the camera, but as always, pausing a video is quite hard at the correct time. So do go ahead and go on Games Workshop's website as well to get pictures of the individual sprues. Don't know if they have pictures on both sides of the sprues, which I now showed you, but it is a wonder of a kit. So as always, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, share and subscribe, and support your Hobbit hobby.